Машина уничтожена.
I am Geoffrey in World of Tanks, more specifically in the Object 261, the Tier 10 Russian SPG. There'll be a few battles from the recent few days. You saw already some snippets of some of the battles. There will be 3 battles. 2 of them will be normal battles, fairly slow battles with interesting gameplay, and then one last battle that will be what is, in my opinion, a rigged battle. I will say why I think so, and you can perhaps help us figure out who was the person who was rigging. So here we have Erlenberg. And fortunately my team deploys really very well. Perhaps we could have had 1 or 2 more heavies in the middle. For example, the Concept 1B could have gone to the middle. The Contender could have gone to the middle. Never mind. The deployment of the team is almost never perfect. Perfection is not a thing one finds in World of Tanks games. Well, the SPG is very brave. It's an interesting position. I've never come there, but it would be an interesting position in a breakthrough assault gun.
Artilleristi, ночной прицел, разведчик 40, наводчик смел. Врагу мы скажем, нашей родины не тронь, а то откроем сокрушительный огонь.
It would be nice if people worked on alternative soundtracks and alternative announcements. A lot of the time, especially with Arty, you hit and there's no announcement. Whether it was a hit, whether it was a pen, whether it was a bounce. So no pans so far. It's very difficult to pan anything. Except for that one last snippet from the last battle before this one. Where I pan the underside of that tank. And since we only have 1 heavy tank in the middle, I have almost no spots. So I came here because I would have liked to take shots at the enemy heavies. I don't know if that was a mistake, because we don't have anybody to spot them. But the guys on the flanks are doing okay. On the western flanks we're advancing. On the eastern flank we're holding the enemy, which is what you might expect on that side. What would you wish for? What you would hope for? That was a direct hit. The contender who's gone to the castle on the left and the west is down to almost no health. Here's one shot. $410 HP damage. That's not so bad. So we have completely lost the town, Erlenberg itself. The only tank we have there has died. The Griffin is sniping from the red line. Well. And the only person who can shoot on that light tank on the northeast is the XM57 and me. So I felt that it is my duty to try and take him out. As long as somebody is spotting him. Where is that? Okay, he's spotted. Oh, one of our guys was spotted and taken out. I suppose the XM57 is spotting the enemy light tank. We are doing a lot of progress in the west. And we spotted an enemy contender, whatever it is. Oh, is it Reno? No, what is it? I cannot see. The resolution is too poor. Our Czech light tank, the Selma, is trying to decorate the ground with bullets. It's pointless to shoot at the heavy tank from that distance. I don't think you could cause much damage with a machine gun or autocannon, whatever it is. Kill Steel. You could have shot a second earlier. You could have shot a minute earlier. Never mind. Okay, so there's an enemy tank somewhere here. Somewhere here. Was that him? Okay, the splash killed him. That was lucky. So the lower part of the aiming circle, but it did the job. It was lucky. And we're flanking in the south, so our right flank is now at the enemy base. And we're winning 9-5. We have about 5 2.5 minutes left. Or about 6, 5.5. That was a hit. That was a kill. Unistoza. Unistozile. Variation of Unistoza. Okay, and it looks like the rest of the enemy team is there. So everyone's going to snipe. Everyone's gone to the red line. How did he just change direction as I was about to shoot? Just milliseconds before. So frustrating when it happens. So everybody is going to snipe, usual story. I understand why the gorilla wants to snipe. Where are the other enemy tanks? This was a top tier game, by the way. It wasn't so even, but it was a long game, so it was well contested. So I have 3.5 minutes left. Direct hit, no pan. Just down to 10 hit points. Okay, someone took him out. 12-minute long game. That's good enough. Three and a half, 340, 3,400, sorry. 1,400. Damage 1,500 damage. Top by damage, that's pretty good. Third by, well, tied second by kills, and fourth by experience. That wasn't too bad. Second class only. Okay, because it was top tier, who knows? It's a bit mysterious how that works, but it tells you how good an SPG, the Object 261, is. And the next battle is in the Westfield map. A glorious map with 2 glorious SPGs. There are 3 SPGs in the game. I think there are going to be 3 on the next one as well. 3 SPGs, that's arty party. Oh, the sheep. Don't scare the sheep. There's always someone peeking early around here. Around about here. There he is.
Artilleristi, точнее прицел. Разведчик 40, наводчик смел.
The artilleristi strike again. This is going to be a stun fest for the enemy heavies and for the SPGs. Here it comes. Oh, was that a miss? That was a total miss. Goodness. At that point I noticed that guy has 3 marks on his barrel, so he's dangerous. That's one thing, you know, what can you do if you have 3 marks on your barrel and you're in a heavy tank? Because the art is going to focus you down. That Killzor is sometimes complaining that the art focuses him down. But even if you don't know who the player is in the heavy tank, if he has 3 marks on his barrel, he'll be focused down. What do you do? How can you remove the marks? I can't remember if it's possible. Maybe it's possible. Missed. Possible splash damage. So it's interesting what he was doing, because he was moving and then he kind of turned around and was moving back. So he wants to go somewhere where he can reload in peace without being targeted by the arty. So direct hit and another direct hit. Oh, and a splash. Possibly. One of our teammates evaporated, I think. I think they commanded one of the arty players. Splash damage. He commanded me back. So it's very close. 4.5 minutes into the battle. We've lost 6 stacks, the enemy has lost 5. And that was a direct hit. No pen. Another victim. Oh, and I got some track assists from that. Oh, that was a direct hit. Thanks to the arty, I'm getting some assist, because there are battles where the teammates do not assist you at all. Very frustrating. They're okay if you assist them, but especially late at night, teammates just do not assist. I don't know what the deal is. Everyone must be desperate to finish some mission. They want to have maximal experience. But then you lose battles a lot if that's how you're going to play. I reckon 2 out of 3 battles where teammates do not assist are defeats. At least 2 out of 3 battles. Very close game. Very close. Splash damage on the triple marked player. And we found one of the enemy parties. Okay, that was not a kill. And sometimes on purpose don't kill enemy artists, but try to shoot someone in the general direction so they get stunned so somebody else kills them. If I ever shoot at artists. When I kill an artist is almost by sheer luck, because you know, the cell was guided by Stalin or something like that to somewhere else, and I was shooting or right into the crew compartment. And if you notice, I'm down to 2 normal high explosive shells, and I have in addition 4 of the slightly more expensive low explosive shells. And still even. The enemy has 7 tanks, we have 6. And the enemy has lost 1 SPG. Well, that shot was guided by Stalin. His ghost. So we're 9-all. Even again. But do we have 2 SPGs? We have 2 SPGs left, the enemy has just 1 SPG left. No, the enemy should have only 1. Oh, Conqueror has died. Hit the gun barrel, no damage, just splash. The gun barrel took a shot from a 150mm gun, nothing happened to it. That's more like it, but we lost a teammate. We're even again. 5 tanks per side, now we're on tank. Ah. Oh my god. Oh dear. The American autoloader has slaughtered our teammate. That's a very dangerous tank. I have a feeling, at least it was the case with me at first, when I encountered that tank, I didn't know it was an autoloader. The Americans generally don't have autoloaders. And I mean, it's okay if you're ready to back away, if you have the possibility of backing away, but if you get caught, if you make a really risky move, you get caught out in the open. He will shred you. Okay, we lost the Waffenträger of Panzer IV. Here I sent a message, very pessimistic one, lost, because the enemy heavy tank is more than half full 8 HP wise, and I felt that I cannot really fire enough shells to kill him. You know, only have one shell left. I couldn't kill him. Whether the other object 261 has more shells, I don't know. But the EBR took him out somehow, I think. But let's wait. Let's wait. So we have 3 tanks left. Basically we have the EBR and 2 SPGs. I'm down to my last shell. Yeah. Who took him out? There was no splash. So how did the EBR took him out? I have no idea. Maybe he jumped off a cliff? What on earth happened there? So here are the results. This time a little bit better, still second class, but Confederate medal, marked as a good battle, over 4,000 damage, 1,500 assist, top by damage, 4th by experience. 14 minutes 45 seconds. No, 11 minutes and a bit. Still okay. Long enough. So here's the glorious object 261, and the next battle is the battle that I told you was probably rigged. So we are in Malinovka, is it? No, it's Murovanka. I was confused the two, their names. Voynich, I think, she said. Going kinetic. Okay, interesting move. What are these two guys doing? What? What's going on? 2 of them together. Okay, that was splash, I think. Did some damage. 2 object 261s. Oh, that's a wrong moment. To surge forward. Now you may notice there is already an IS-7 and I think an IS-4, 2 heavy tanks at our base AFK. What you're going to find out eventually is that there are 3 heavy tanks AFK at the enemy base. Now that's not accidental, so we have 2 AFK tanks, the enemy has 3 AFK tanks. So most likely one of our heavy tanks is rigging the battle. It's rigging the game. So we have an M5Y. The most suspicious thing is the Object 277, who's gone to a place where nobody ever goes. And I think from there, he could have potentially spotted the base, the enemy base, and started shooting at the enemy AFK tanks. So my feeling is that it is the Object 277 that is rigging the battle. His position is very unusual, but you tell me who you think it is, the guy who's rigging the battle. So a little bit of splash damage there. And some stunning. Oh, I did 59 HP damage. How's that? Object 277 now is where he was, and two of the enemy tanks have been spotted at the base. Someone shot. So here are the 3 enemy heavy tanks. All of them heavy tanks. Very highly suspicious. We're doing very little damage, but whoever is inside, so the Leopard 1 must have been having a field day, and I expect the Object 277 is trying to get a few shots. So it has waited for the TVP, the medium tank, the TVP, to get to where he could spot the base and started shooting. But now for some reason he's left the Object 277. So I don't know if it was him. There was also the Yo tank, and I think there was also another heavy, so it's very hard to know who might have been the one who was rigging the game. Completely bounced. At least I did a little bit of someone assisted, so I did a little bit of stun assist.
Withdraw from that position.
Okay, the other Object 261 is telling me to retreat. We've completely lost that flank. Even though we were 1 heavy tank up. Very unfortunate. So I recorded this battle mainly because of the rigging. I mean, I cannot be certain it is rigging, but it's very obvious, and I could certainly not tell. I could not tell who was the guy rigging. But really, all those 5 players should be penalized, and they're probably the same players as 5 different accounts. So in retrospect, maybe I should send a ticket to Wargaming to figure out what is going on. I've been told they have ways to figure out if players are rigging or cheating, so I'll leave it up to them. That was a good hit. I've been also told it's only 1 in 1,000 games approximately where someone is cheating or rigging, but I've just had several recently, or noticed them almost by chance while I was recording the replays. I hadn't noticed them at the beginning, and this one I had noticed, but some of the other ones I hadn't until I was doing the replay. So that was a hit, direct hit. One last shot. Still not spotted? Wow. I'll be spotted now. Yeah.
Машина уничтожена.
Instantly annihilated. So, let me know who you think was rigging, and thank you for watching.